Hello everyone, and welcome to another Turbotime. Today, I want to talk about The Boys, because Season 4 just dropped recently. Now, for those who don't know, The Boys is a deconstruction of the superhero genre based off the comic book written by popular writer Garth Ennis. No, seriously, read his Punisher stuff, it is awesome. One of the things I enjoy with the show is its three-dimensional characters. Every character has flaws and things you like about them, things you don't like about them. Like, for example, I actually thought A-Train had some redeeming moments in Season 3 versus Season 1 where he was just a mega douche. And that's one of the neat things about the show, is that nobody's really all bad or all evil. Heck, there are even times where I occasionally felt sorry for Homelander, because the show's writing is actually very nuanced. And at the end of the day, capitalism is the real enemy in the show, based on how it commodifies people and basically only devalues them, not as people, but as what they can contribute to the capitalist system and hierarchy. That being said, despite the praise I have for the series, several characters on the show are, unfortunately, problematic, and we'll dive into that real soon. Now, the first character I wanted to talk about was Annie January, aka Starlight. I loved her character arc of going from this wide-eyed, person who just wants to be a superhero and all she wants to do is help people, but then slowly as the seasons go on, she starts to learn how Bot and the Seven really work. And it's very interesting to see her make these hard decisions. And her relationship with Huey was very refreshing, actually. I thought this kind of neat dynamic, kind of like the opposite of the Superman-Lois Lane dynamic, where we flip the power structures. I guess you could say it's more akin to a Wonder Woman Steve Trevor type relationship. Anyways, I thought it was very interesting how she went from loving being in the Seven to, without spoiling too much, and because this is, don't want to get demonetized, to how she become disenchanted with the whole thing. But I thought it was neat just like how brave she was, and all the sacrifices she made for her friends and the people she cared about. And throughout all, she's in a very empowered character. However, what I don't like about her as a character is that, and this is what makes her problematic, Starlight uses she/her pronouns. That's right, the show is called The Boys, but here we are focused on a character who does not identify as a boy. And I'm sorry, but that's problematic. Now we'll move on to our next character. Now, Queen Maeve is an interesting character. As you can tell just by her design, she was clearly inspired by Wonder Woman in both mythology and power set, and it's kind of interesting at first. In the first season, I mostly considered her a straight-up villain, but there's a bit more nuanced added to her characters in Season 2 and 3. One of the things I found interesting is about how her character relates to identity politics, and more importantly, how corporations and capitalists will try to commodify and profit off one's identity. What I thought was really telling was, I believe it was Season 2, after she came out as bisexual, the marketing department tried to tell her to just say she was a lesbian, because they said that was more digestible for the public. So I thought it was very brave of them to tackle the issue of bisexual erasure in the media, because a lot of bisexual people don't really get the same kind of representation as our members of the LGBTQ community receive. So I thought that was a very interesting storyline. And I thought it was really cool how for years she was complicit with Homelander when they allowed the plane to crash in Season 1. And her character arc in Season 3, that is some superb writing right there. However, Queen Maeve also uses she and her pronouns. That's right. Once again, our show is called The Boys, and here we are, focused on someone who is not a boy. Okay, the next problematic character I want to talk about is Stormfront. First, Stormfront is a Nazi. I'm not kidding, a literal Nazi, and yeah, okay, that's really problematic. What was kind of interesting, though, about her in Season 2 was how it kind of highlights the power of the media and the right-wing pipeline in media. For example, you're an edgy teenager, and you're just looking at memes that might be racist or homophobic, and you think, that's kind of funny. Ironically, right? But over time, you start watching more and more of those memes, and, oh, now you're watching Fox News regularly, you're listening to Ben Shapiro, you're thinking, Jordan Peterson's got some good ideas. it's a very slippery slope, one that many of us almost fell for in our youth. And it was very interesting. Like, when she flat out said to the boys, people like what I'm selling, they just don't like the word Nazi. That was very telling, and very interesting storyline and topic to highlight, considering the time Season 2 came out. However, once again, she is a Nazi, so automatically a problematic character. And, I can't believe I'm saying this, she also identifies as a woman. She is using she, her pronouns, and this show is The Boys. Come on, people. This show is called The Boys. Let's get our head out of our butts. Finally, the last character I want to talk about is Kimiko. And oh my god, what a character. She is mute, and I think that's awesome. We don't get to see a lot of characters who are mute in the media, and I think it's really cool, just like how great the actress does at the job. Like, you can tell what she's thinking or feeling. Like, she does so much great visual acting. Like, it is very impressive the way they convey the character's emotions and her struggles. And oh my god, in Season 3, when she lost her powers and had a dream sequence musical number, I loved that. That was fucking awesome. Like, I'm humming that shit, I'm singing along. Fucking great character. Her arcs in each season have been awesome. I love her friendship with Frenchie. That is awesome. And overall, just a fantastic character. However, that's right, say it with me, she is a woman. Yes, she is a woman. Despite being one of the best characters on The Boys altogether, she's a woman, and that's problematic.